I'm Saro Lynch-Thomason. Today I'm going to be teaching you the song The Ballad of Frankie Silver, also called Francis Silver's Confession. I'm going to be teaching the song in a simple sing and repeat style and be using hand gestures to help us know where we're traveling up and down the scale. In my neck of the woods in western North Carolina, we call this the knee-to-knee style of learning. If you want to learn about the history behind this true crime ballad, then check out my companion video linked in the notes below. And while you're down there, I highly suggest you subscribe to my channel. I make lots of videos about history, folk songs, folklore, and true crime. Today's episode is sponsored in part by a grant from the Country Dance and Song Society, or CDSS. CDSS supports people in building and sustaining vibrant communities through participatory dance, music, and song. You can find out more at cdss.org. Before I start teaching this song, I want to give an explanation about its melody. People have sung the Ballad of Frankie Silver to several different melodies over time, but the one that I sing comes from the Frank C. Brown collection of North Carolina folklore. This is an extensive collection of songs, sayings, folk remedies, and more that were collected from the 1910s to the early 1940s. But I want to be clear that even though I got this melody from the collection, I did change it a little bit, and not really on purpose. All I had to work with was the notated music, not a recording, and I can't really read music. Hashtag folk process. So my interpretation was a little less than spot on. With all that said, it's a cool melody, and I'm excited to teach it to you. All right, let's learn this song. I'll sing the first verse and then break it down line by line. Our starting note is going to be E, so I'll go ahead and get that note from my mountain dulcimer. This dreadful, dark, and dismal day has swept my glories all away. The sun goes down, my days are past, and I must leave this world at last. Here's our first line. Remember, our starting note is La. This dreadful, dark, and dismal day. Try that with me. This dreadful, dark, and dismal day. Here's our next line. It's going to start on the note La. Has swept my glories all away. Try that with me. Has swept my glories all away. Let's put that first and second line together. La, that's our starting note. This dreadful, dark, and dismal day has swept my glories all away. Let's do that one more time. This dreadful, dark, and dismal day has swept my glories all away. Let's learn our third line. It starts way up with La. The sun goes down, my days are past, and try that with me. The sun goes down, my days are past, and here's our last line. It starts with La. I must leave this world at last. Try that with me. I must leave this world at last. Let's put those last two lines together, starting with our high note of La. The sun goes down, my days are past, and I must leave this world at last. Let's do that again. The sun goes down, my days are past, and I must leave this world at last. Now let's put that whole verse together. Here's our starting note, La. This dreadful, dark, and dismal day has swept my glories all away. The sun goes down, my days are past, and I must leave this world at last. Let's do that one more time. This dreadful, dark, and dismal day has swept my glories all away. The sun goes down, my days are past, and I must leave this world at last. Now that you've learned the melody, let's celebrate by singing the whole song together. I'm going to be using the Shruti box to add some nice drones and harmonies, and you can find the full lyrics as I sing them in the notes below. Also, if you're interested in seeing the original 1880s lyrics to this song, I've also added a link in the notes. That way, in the future, as you make the song your own, you can be adding the verses that you want to add. This dreadful, dark, and dismal day has swept my glories all away. The sun goes down, my days are past, and I must leave this world at last. I know that frightful ghosts I'll see, gnawing their flesh in misery, and then and there condemned be for murder in the first degree. It's there I'll see that mournful face, whose blood I spilled upon this place. With flaming eyes to me he'll say, why did you take my life away? The jealous thought that first gave strife to make me take my husband's life. For months and days I spent my time thinking on how to commit this crime. And on a dark and doleful night, I put his body out of sight. With flames I tried to consume, but time would not admit it done. You all see me and on me gaze. Be careful how you spend your days, and don't commit this awful crime, but try to serve your God in time. My mind on solemn subjects rolls. My little child, God bless her soul. All you who are of Adam's race, let not my sins this child disgrace. Great God, how shall I be forgiven? Not fit for earth, not fit for heaven, but little time to pray to God, for now I try that awful road. Thanks for learning this song with me. Until next time, be well and sing on.